It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny Smith is here. Shaquille O'Neal. Big guy right there.
Ow.
Tonight, it'll be the Portland Trail Blazers up against the New York Knicks. It's been a tough bunch of games lately for New York. They'd love to get back on a winning track. 7 losses in their last 8 games. That is not going to get it done, and they know it. It has been an interesting ride thus far. Kenny, some teams really improving after a sluggish start.
Yeah, well, credit the people running those franchises. Always look to improve. That's what you have to do if you're a franchise head. You can't just sit back and say, hey, we're going to accept this mediocrity.
No matter what your record is.
No question.
No, the season is a marathon, not a sprint. Lots of
let
ups
me write
and
that one
downs.
down.
Just keep trusting yourself.
The season is a marathon.
Not a sprint.
Not a sprint.
And then make sure you put Shaq-Stradamus.
Shaq-Stradamus.
Did you actually make that up?
Something that was already said many moons
came
ago.
Off the top
I've
of the
never
head.
heard
And you're
that
acting like it's your original thought.
It is my original
I've never
thought.
heard
It's
that
not a
before.
marathon, it's a sprint. Yeah, get away.
Who said that before? I've never heard that.
Oh,
I got one for you, Ernie.
What's that?
E equals MC tripled.
I've never heard that either.
No, nobody has ever said that either.
Think about it now.
I've thought about it all I want.
I did the math. It doesn't work.
It's a road game for the Knicks, and they're facing an interconference foe today. Well, what better way to spend a Monday night than with the 2K Sports team and the NBA? Welcome, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brett Berry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. And the news here, Nurkic won't play. The injury keeping him out.
Yeah, Kevin, no more uncertainty about the seriousness of the injury. Well, we only got a preliminary diagnosis after he came out of that previous game, but now they sound sure about it, and hopefully we see him back on the court in less than a month.
Well, that's great news, especially for those of us who happened to watch what happened to him. I mean, it was shocking, and you could sense definitely his frustration with the injury.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, undisputedly, Damian Lillard is the leader of this Blazers team. Now, Yusuf Nurkic said, he's the best thing that's happened to me. To have a superstar in this league as a leader, a friend, and a teammate, it makes me better. Kevin?
Well, DA, you can't get much higher praise than that. Thanks. Now, about midway through the season, a couple teams starting to slide, and they're desperate to turn things around.
But does that mean, Kevin, desperate means you've got to make a bunch of changes, or do you go back to some of the things that had you in a position where we were talking about you in a positive manner?
Well, you want to remember your mission statement, don't you? What did we begin the season with?
Right. What did we come out of training camp?
Yes.
What was our mantra coming out of training camp? And maybe late November into early December, we won 7 of 10 games. Well, guess what? Break out that film. Let's sit down. Let's talk about it. Let's show some of the highlights of what we're capable of doing.
Go back to what we wanted to be.
And then bring it into the next game and show that you're capable of doing it again.
Agreed. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And New York, looking at who they've got. They've got Knox. Matthews out there with Smith. Then it's Robinson, and it's Vonleh in at the power forward. Here's New York. Last time they met in New York.
And you know what? Up against a weak defense, they were allowed to do pretty much whatever they wanted.
Yeah, what I like, though, besides that, is that they just didn't settle for it, because weak defenses, you could take bad shots. That's not what they did here tonight.
Showing some initiative there.
Yeah, he takes advantage of what the defense is providing him, and that's the first bucket of the game.
New York comes into this one following a loss to Los Angeles. Smith kicks to Matthews. From outside, off the mark. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Yeah, guys, they were forcing it a bit in that one and shot a relatively low percentage because of it.
Well, if I put it on the scale, Greg, the aggressiveness was an 8. The shot selection, a 2. Could have been a lot better.
And so here is New York. after Damian Lillard was able to get the three to go. Now here's Vonleh. He's covered by Aminu. Back to Smith. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. And a wide open look for McCollum. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. McCollum's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Lillard against Smith. Matthews, no one around him. Buries it from three-point range.
A little tit-for-tat action going on the back-to-back trades.
Yeah, a little gamesmanship from range could force both defenses to maybe extend out a little further.
Now, here's Lillard. He's coming off a 28-point game against Houston. Outside Leonard. Portland moving the ball around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Misses the three.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Here's Matthews. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And getting after it on the offensive glass and adding to that early total with the putback.
Sometimes guys come in with a great mindset trying to push the action until somebody stops him. Nobody there to do it that time.
The Knicks with the lead. Smith outside. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Knox the pass to Smith. And Lillard kicks to Aminu. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, you combine the power and the quickness to make guys foul him. Aminu earning the trip to the free throw line.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of the game.
Aminu taking 2 shots.
Two shots.
The first free throw is good. You look at the Knicks free agent signings, Brent, haven't been so great over the past few seasons.
Yeah, a lot of that's been due to major injuries. When you sign veteran guys and you're in a situation where you're hoping to win now or get to the playoffs, there's a risk that comes with that. So that cap management for the Knicks, it's been a tricky game and one they've come up on the short end on. And take a look at the history of the Portland Trailblazers, and part of the NBA since 1970, and the phrase Rip City, which has stuck with the team ever since winning that title back in 1977.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Back to McCollum. Out to Turner. There's the triple. Robinson pulls it in. And for the Blazers, a lot of ups and downs with their history.
A lot of wins, but the franchise has been a bit cursed with some major injuries in the last 15 years. You think of guys like Greg Oden, the first pick in the draft, Bill Walton back in the 70s, and the ankle injuries that he had to deal with. That young team felt like they were going to run the West for quite some time, and those injuries really hurt and devastated the fan base in Portland.
Here's McCollum after New York gets the three. Portland again missing. Smith against Lillard. Smith the pass to Knox. Kicks to Matthews. Buries it down low. Matthews has got 7 points in the game.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Leonard with the ball. Robinson picks him up. McCollum no good.
And right now, I think just his demeanor is hurting the team. His shooting's been off, and he knows it.
Smith finds Matthews. Stolen by McCollum. And the pass to Lillard. Back to McCollum. Aminu with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. McCollum, no good.
Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
Here's Knox, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And right now, the game plan seems to be working.
It looks like this team has finally gotten into the club and found its rhythm, trying their best to pull away.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And I like this timeout. You're getting terrible rim protection right now.
Well, you got to ask your team to give you a little bit more effort because there's just not a lot of fire on the defensive end.
And the Eastern Conference has been fun to watch. A lot of focus as always this year. And as we hit the midseason surge, let's check out the standings and how they're shaping up. Taking a look at Milwaukee. They're looking extremely sharp right now, poised in the top spot and playing very well. And of course, there's the Knicks. Just need to take it a game at a time.
Well, I think for New York, nobody was calling on them to kind of set the world on fire. But even those modest expectations have yet to be realized.
Yep, any glimmers of hope that may have been there early for them have all just disappeared at this point. It's looking more and more like a season that will not end well for this team.
Here is Matthews. Myers-Leonard picking up that last basket. Robinson dishes to Smith. Poked loose, stolen by McCollum. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And they pick up 2. Lillard's got 5 points so far.
Aggressive and incredibly quick end-to-end. Lillard is always a threat on the fast break.
Pass to Knox. There's Vonleh. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Shoots a fader, and a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Knox has got his 3rd basket of the night. Trailblazers trail by 6. And Lillard kicks to Leonard. Passes it to McCollum. Scores for only the 2nd time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
Just like it when he gets in there. McCollum using his wingspan to take advantage.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
Well, it's not a secret that the strength of this ball club is in the backcourt. Damian Lillard, C.J. McCollum, these are one of the better pairings in the league in terms of their scoring, playmaking, and devastation that they can provide on the offensive end. Unfortunately, it has not gotten them to the point where they've gotten enough complementary players to go as far as they would like in the postseason.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Harkless is checked in for Aminu. Stauskas comes in for Evan Turner. Curry's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And Cook subbed in for Damian Lillard.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction and the obvious result.
Yeah, when you fail to get over the top, more than likely that jumper is going to go down.
Here's Stauskas. He kicks to Leonard. Pass to Cook. And some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's Stauskas. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And as great as the backcourt is for the Blazers, Brent, they know they need to add more.
Yeah, Evan Turner himself has said that we need more than just Dame and CJ, and the team has lacked a 3rd scoring option for quite some time. The general manager said the roster is a work in progress, so we'll see if they can make some kind of changes to put them over the hump.
Cook comes up empty down low.
Oh, and the D did not make that any easier. Can't fault the shooter for missing. That's a tough shot.
And finished off by Robinson.
And jumping out like this, man, you automatically start thinking blowout.
Whew, up by double digits already and no sign of let up.
Here is Cook. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Kicks to Leonard. To halt the run, score the basket, his 2nd of 2 attempts.
A hidden advantage to Leonard hitting that shot as the defense is forced to extend further out. That creates driving lanes for the guards.
Down low. Out left to the wing. Here's Baker, guarded by Kerr. Baker passes to Vonleh. The rebound by Cook.
Well, important to get great balance if you get bumped on your way to the basket. Still something that every player tries to get comfortable with.
Here's Stauskas. And it's Hezonja with the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Here's Leonard.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Hezonja finds Burke. Outside Robinson, the pass to Vonleh, and the dunk by Vonleh.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And I'm loving what I'm seeing, the passion that they're playing with up and down the floor.
Here is Cook. He's been quiet so far, still no points in the game. The teardrop falls in.
That floater is a thing of beauty, effective when it's used the right way.
And so it's Burke who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. 8-point game. Pass to Hezonja. Robinson kicks to Burke. Hezonja on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Takes the 3. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Back to Cook. With some arc, he takes it up and lays it in. The Knicks leading by 9. Here's Baker. And Vonleh has it in the corner. Out to the wing. Burke looking over the floor. And it's off from three-point range. And the Trailblazers shooting at around 44% in the early goings here. Cook, the pass to Stauskas. Outside Curry. To the paint, here's Leonard. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And it's 7 points for Leonard.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
New York's gone 4 of 8 on their three-point attempts, doing a lot of work from way outside. Here in the first quarter, just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Now here's Burke. D right on him. Over Cook. Vonleh kicks to Burke. Fires the 3. Goes back up. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in.
And though he's always had the range, Leonard has become a better defender just by adding some strength over the years.
And so it's the New York Knicks heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Great team play, so key to winning. Damian Lillard broke down the keys.
Be a star in your role. You know, I think it's one thing to say, let's be consistent, let's play hard, let's do all of these things. And I think as competitors, as professional athletes, we're going to play hard. You're going to be competitive because we're competitors. We don't make it to this level for no reason. But I think at this level, you also have egos.
Knowing your role and playing it so well is so crucial.
Yeah, when everybody buys in and plays for one another, that's when teams play their best ball.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
Hustling on that offensive glass, that's led to a number of second chance points.
Yeah, if your opponent fails to block out, you get yourself in great position. That was the story of the first quarter for them offensively.
And New York, looking at who they've got. They've got Vonleh, Moutier out there with Trier. Then it's Hezonja, and it's Robinson in at the 5 spot. For a long time, the answer always seemed to be LeBron James. But it seems fair to ask now, who is the best single player in the NBA, in your opinion?
LeBron James.
Me too.
Didn't you just say his name?
I thought
it was
I
on
did.
my frontal
I was
lobe
thinking
here.
it, and I guess it came out.
We have so many great superstars, but after last year, his 15th season, LeBron James performing the way that he did, carrying his team back to the finals, there's just no doubt amongst peers, and we get a chance to watch him, Kevin. LeBron James is still the man in the NBA.
Ditto. And Azania gets it to go.
Now, to give a ton of credit to the screener there, that was a perfect pick to give his teammate the space to knock down the shot.
Outside Curry. Passes it to Stauskas. Here is Cook, guarded by Robinson. And here's Stauskas from the arc. Here's Harkless. And he uses the glass on the layup. Harkless has got his first points of the night.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Moutier finds Robinson. And here is Hazonia. 20 points for him last game against the Lakers. And that's a foul called on Nick Stauskas. That's his first foul. A different look now for Portland. Aminu comes in for Stauskas. And McCollum subbed in for Quinn Cook. And a switcher also for New York. Knox is checked in. Moutier looking around. A shot, no good.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Offensive rebound. Outside Curry. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Trier passes to Moutier. Here's Knox. He's covered by Leonard. From 10 feet out, and the basket by Knox. Knox has got 9. Trailblazers trail by 6. Now here's Curry. He's coming off a 13-point game against Houston.
And one of the big ways he came through was at the foul line. They couldn't contain him. He was equally effective at scoring baskets as well as getting to the line.
Now Moutier following the three-point attempt by C.J. McCollum. Moutier kicks to Hazonia. Pass to Knox. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Portland with the rebound. Aminu's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Now here's Curry. Leonard finds McCollum. The tray. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. They've led by as many as 11 points. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
And really, I just felt like they didn't compete, particularly on the backboard, probably their weakest area in that game.
No doubt we could talk about them getting dominated physically. That's exactly what happened there. They got pushed around the entire game.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of why they have a lead in this game, doing the dirty work down low.
And stolen by Hazonia. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And with a moment, let's look at the stats for Harkless. How his last 10 games have gone. He's right around 5 points a night, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And guys, no question, he's a guy with some talent. But honestly, even he'd like to see those numbers improve.
From all the whispers that we've heard, he's been working hard on his game. It just has not showed up yet in the box score.
And he knocks down the first one.
You look at the New York Knicks, desperate to compete again and get themselves back into the playoffs. Remember, 1973, their last championship year, with the likes of Willis Reed, Walt Frazier, Earl the Pearl Monroe. Maybe they could use a couple of those guys now.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Turner's checked in for Maurice Harkless. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Seth Curry. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And since 1973, only 2 finals appearances for the New York Knicks.
Yep, 1994, they lost to the Rockets in 7 games, and in 99, that was the lockout-shortened season. They lost to the Spurs eventually on their home court in 5 games. No finals appearances for the New York Knicks in the new millennium.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers, trailing by 10. They'll be playing host to Chicago for their next game. And they've been enjoying this long homestand. That will be game 4 of 5 in a row at home.
Yeah, we've seen highlights of the deep threes, and we know he can get to the rim. But McCollum's mid-range game, well, that's something special. Impressive there.
Now, here's Moutier. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Clock at 6. Inside. Here's Robinson. It's rebounded by Leonard.
It is so tough to make those kind of shots with the defense draped all over you.
Lillard outside. It's stolen by Moutier. Here's Matthews. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Wesley Matthews, 2 shots.
Relax on the first.
And the first one at the line is good. The league no longer wants to reward offensive players who throw themselves into defenders. Have you seen a big change in how those players, Brent, are being called?
I think the league's doing a better job of it, trying to examine when it is.
Seems that way, you're right.
Somebody gets up in the air and the offensive player leans in or kicks out and tries to draw some kind of contact. So it's been up to the referees. They've been diligent with it. I think they'll just get better with time.
Both free throws good from Matthews.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Now Lillard, 5 points in the game. He kicks it to McCollum. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. And that's 10 points for C.J. McCollum.
Yeah, that one seemed to be just outside the building. McCollum showing off his deep, deep range.
Moutier dishes to Matthews. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. And with a quick break on the court, we've got some time to show you the list of the top rookie shot blockers over the course of the last month. Trailblazers trail by 7. McCollum outside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, CJ, one of those exemplary players that stayed all 4 years at Lehigh and came into the league very, very polished and very ready for everything that the league was going to throw at him. Not just the defenses on the court, but the NBA lifestyle in general. And he learned to be a great leader here in Portland alongside Damian Lillard.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Free throw good, McCollum. And for McCollum, rare does someone who stayed all 4 years end up being such a star at the NBA level.
Well, McCollum's done just such a great job of improving his game, even after coming into the league so polished. And how fortunate for Portland in the wake of losing one of their all-time greats in LaMarcus Aldridge to fill some of that scoring gap with a talented player like C.J. McCollum.
And we've seen just how incredible McCollum can be when he is feeling it. One of the few guards in the league who gets everything to fall when his shot is on. It's why he can just erupt with huge scoring nights at any given time.
Now McCollum following the three-point attempt by Dennis Smith. McCollum with the ball. 12 points for him. And Turner kicks to Leonard. And the pass to McCollum. 5 to shoot. Shoots. Score the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes. And with McCollum's explosiveness, Greg, you recall he put up 50 points in a game last season.
And how about he did so in under 30 minutes of floor time? McCollum, only the second player to ever achieve that mark. Helps he started with a 28-point first quarter. When he is locked in, he can put up points like nobody's business.
Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And they've let things get out of hand. Good time to reconvene.
They're just on the wrong end right now of a big run, and they need to plan how they're going to shift the momentum of the game.
A moment here to see the numbers for C.J. McCollum. 9th in scoring, and he's a flamethrower from distance. Top 10 in the league in three-point shooting.
And you noted it. His points per game average is unreal right now. He's literally propping up the team's offense, scoring whenever they need him to. Now, here is Smith, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Matthews. Robinson passes to Matthews. That one goes in.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. It's a 5-point game. The feed to Aminu. Lillard, right side, for the three. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Smith finds Matthews. Here's Knox. To the middle. And it's Smith missing. And Portland with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Turner up top. He's covered by Matthews. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Evan Turner, the former number 2 pick out of Ohio State, he acts as a utility knight for this team. He can wear a lot of different hats. His versatility might be his best trait.
Portland shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And with Turner, as you mentioned, Greg, he can play both wing spots and does whatever you need from him on offense.
Well, you like when he's playing in the post and bullying small wings. Much better from that area of the floor than from outside. He also can act as a playmaker, very adept at running the pick and roll.
That one drops. He ties it up.
And the leadership that Evan Turner offers up can be a huge bonus. This is a guy who continues to accept and play well within his role.
Now here's Matthews. 11 points in the game. Yep, it counts.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Here's Lillard. He's got 8. Pass to McCollum. Over Baker. They get it again.
I'd just like to see the defensive effort get better for their ball club. They can't expect guys to miss the mid-range Jays every time.
Pass to Knox. Over Aminu. No good. And it's Portland the other way. Outside Turner. That's tipped. Fires it up. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
I feel like when Myers Leonard plays significant minutes, he can get himself into the rhythm of the game. That's when a lot of his better offensive rebounding games come.
Now here is Smith, still looking for his first bucket in this one.
Man, it just hurts to miss shots like this. Mentally, you question yourself, and it can affect your confidence. Those are the kind of shots you like him taking. Even though he missed it, the offense will take those.
And Vonleh the bucket on the assist by Smith. 10 points for Noah Vonleh.
He's had some trouble finishing in traffic since he first entered the league, but Vonleh looked confident on that one.
Here is Lillard, and he's currently averaging more than 26 points a game. Such a force. Leonard on the wing, over Smith. The slam dunk by Aminu.
Well, how about the effort from Aminu there? Something he's known for is crashing the boards, plus improved ability to finish around the rim.
New York's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Smith kicks to Vonleh. Dishes it to Matthews. Pass to Knox. Aminu grabs the miss. Aminu's got 6 rebounds here tonight. McCollum feeling it out a bit. From down low, clock at 6, Aminu. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Aminu's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
Smith the pass to Knox. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And I'll tell you, Brent, a lot of distractions for the Knicks over the last few years.
Well, quite a number of coaching changes, obvious changes to the front office, so that means you're turning in a different direction. And some people in the Knicks organization really having a hard time just getting along with one another.
And the first one drops. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Harkless is checked in for Leonard. Stauskas comes in for Turner. Curry's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And Quinn Cook subbed in for Lillard. And then for New York, Hezonja comes in for Wesley Matthews. And Trey Burke subbed in for Dennis Smith. That one misses. And it's Cook with the ball for the Portland Trail Blazers. We've got 1:48 left in the first half. Stauskas with the bucket.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Baker. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Vonleh, the pass to Knox. The high post shot, and it's Portland with the rebound.
He's getting good looks on the floor, but he simply cannot bury anything right now. He's got to stay confident, though, because everyone knows he can hit those shots.
Here's Stauskas. Right side Curry. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Bringing that three-point percentage up quite a bit this quarter, shooting it well. The lead's going to get a little bit bigger if they can keep this up.
Here's Knox, defended by Harkless. The pass to Hezonja. Pass to Knox. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
I think what I'd like to see from him in this quarter is getting going from the perimeter. Hit a three in the first, nothing in the second.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Up their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
And here are the Knicks now. Portland knocking down that triple moments ago. It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down to just 6 points and the bucket from Hezonja.
And that gets him going here in the second after hitting 2 from long range in that first.
Outside Curry. Poked loose. From deep. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. C.J. McCollum, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Portland. What a quarter that saw them generate a great comeback effort and are now out in front with momentum behind them. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Diesel and the Jet. Welcome to the Halftime Show on 2K Sports. It was a shaky first quarter for Portland. They struggled to find an offensive rhythm or come up with enough stops and sunk into a 7-point hole by the end of the period. In the second quarter, it was a whole new ballgame. Instead of getting pushed around, they were the team dictating the style and the pace and are now 6 points in front. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
Well, their reserves showed up tonight, not just on hustle plays, but in points. And that's what you got to do coming off the bench to maximize your minutes.
Shaq, what did you think about New York?
Well, you want to try to hold your opponent under 50% shooting. That has not happened. Defensively, they're allowing way too many good looks. They need to do a better job of shutting down the lane, as well as closing out on shooters.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go over there.
Welcome back. Downtown Portland looking spectacular tonight from the air. Such a scenic location here in Oregon. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Well, he has been dominant as we expected coming into this one. Skilled and relentless.
Trailblazers leading by 6. Lillard and McCollum, the deadly backcourt pairing. Myers Leonard is out there with Aminu, and it's Turner in at the 3, the small forward. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. Feeds it to Vonleh. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Beautiful job by Vonleh to draw the foul. Goes to one of the moves he's been working on, catching the defender out of position.
The Knicks have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Vonleh.
A much improved free throw shooter from when he first came into the league. Vonleh is that big you'd prefer not to send to the line.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
Well, few have more job security in the NBA than Terry Stotts. Consistently gets a ton out of his Portland Trailblazer team. They run a very intricate and unique offense now in his 7th year with the Blazers. They've had a lot of success under Coach Stotts. Well, passing is something he does very well, especially when it comes to leading his man to the right spot.
Lillard misses.
And they just cannot seem to get it going so far in this half, missing their first 3 shots.
It's stolen by Aminu. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got his 3rd assist on the night. Knicks trail by 5. And with Terry Stotts last year, there were some rumblings about his job after the sweep.
Might have been a bit of a knee-jerk reaction. Remember, Portland slid into that 3rd seed with how close it was in the Western Conference, and that might have added a bit more pressure. But Portland does not have a lot of flexibility with their roster. Somehow Terry Stotts gets to 50 wins in any given year. So it might have been a poor decision, and they saw through that, and he's back for this season.
Here's Smith, and he can't bank that one in. Now here's Turner. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. It's McCollum on the wing. He's covered by Matthews. McCollum dishes to Turner. Stolen by Robinson. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Here's Smith, and the rejection by Leonard.
There's some good commitment from Myers Leonard on defense there. Gets his hands up and swats that one away.
Lillard against Smith. Lillard finds McCollum. Back to Lillard. Fires for three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And now a 10-point Trailblazer lead.
And the advantage they have starting to increase. Things are coming together for them at a really opportune time.
Coaches always talk about the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. They have definitely increased their energy level here.
Bounce pass Smith. Here's Knox, covered by Lillard. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Kicks it to Leonard. McCollum against Matthews. Outside Turner. Back to Aminu. Vonleh with the rebound. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for New York. Smith on the wing. Pass to Knox. Matthews scanning the floor. 5 to shoot. Steps back and fires. Good on the jump shot. Matthews has got 15 points.
And the D just a step slow reacting to the step back.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Here's Aminu. No good on the triple. Knicks trail by 6. Outside Matthews. Pass to Knox. Smith for 3. And it's Portland with the rebound.
Yeah, this has been a night where you could look at his shooting and his performance, and it's affected the team. That's the bottom line.
There's the lob to Lillard. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
Let's look here at the numbers for Vonleh. Over the last 10 games or so, he's really shown up. Putting up about 10 points a night, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's been a rock in the middle for them over that stretch of games. Dominating the glass is his trademark.
I feel like those rebounds are wearing down and eroding the opponent. His effort right now, physically and mentally, has been good.
McCollum, no good.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Out to Smith. There's the 3. Portland grabs the miss. Aminu's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done.
I've not seen him shoot this poorly, guys, in a game this season.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And good that time. And that's 13 points for Noah Vonleh.
Still working on his postgame. Vonleh using that giant 7'3" wingspan to full advantage.
Aminu, no one around him. And the 3-ball is good. Aminu's got 7 now in this quarter.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
New York calls timeout. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
Absolutely on fire. They need to regroup and figure out a way to slow his roll.
Harkless is checked in for Al-Farouq Aminu. The Knicks also changing it up. Trier, he's checked in for Noah Vonleh. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Smith. Matthews passes to Knox. Back to Matthews. Over Lillard. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Curry's checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Mario Hezonja's checked in for Matthews. Trailblazers leading by 7. The pass to McCollum. Now Harkless. He feeds it to Lillard. Over Moutier. Nails the baby hook. And that's 13 points for Damian Lillard.
Yeah, Lillard aggressive in this game so far. Awesome at finding different ways to attack close to the rim.
Here's Trier. He is guarded by McCollum. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Here's what Portland has lined up on their schedule. On Wednesday, they'll defend home court against the Chicago Bulls. Then on Friday, they'll host the Charlotte Hornets.
And for that matchup with the Kings, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. Portland leading by 8. To the inside, kicks it out to Lillard. They get a hand on it. Moutier with the ball. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. A different look now for Portland. Stauskas is checked in for McCollum. And Cook subbed in for Damian Lillard. Now here's Moutier. Outside Robinson. Pass to Trier. Shot clock at 6. New York, no good that time either.
And a tough game for the guys around him, mainly because his shot's been hit and miss.
Trailblazers moving the ball around. The shot by Harkless, no good. Knicks trail by 8. To the inside, Moutier. That's tipped. Passes to Stauskas. Over Hezonja. Off the left rim and out. New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Trier passes to Moutier. Off target with his 3. Portland leading by 8. Here's Stauskas. He has 5. It's Curry with the drive. And there's Myers-Leonard on the assist by Curry. Curry's got 3 assists now in this one. The Knicks shooting 43% from the floor. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And just who is providing all the playmaking here tonight? Let's look at the breakdown between the front and back court for the Blazers.
And their guards have led the way in that regard. The ball is in their hands, and credit to them. They're not just looking to get shots up. They're of the mindset to create great looks for everybody.
First one falls for him. Trey Burke's checked in for Trier. And he makes both free throws. Portland leading by 8. Cook kicks to Leonard. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got 14, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. And that one, good.
Muscle of Moutier, solid at gutting the defense there despite their efforts.
And it's Cook with the ball for the Trailblazers. They've led by as much as 10.
What's interesting about Moutier is how cavernous the gap is between the strengths and weaknesses that he has. On the plus side, he creates shots for himself, but how many of those shots is he actually going to make? The other part about his game, though, is his distribution is pretty solid. So if he plays in the pick and roll, he can find teammates.
Another thing about Moutier, really good on-ball defender. That marks him.
Well, a better defender when his man's in front of him and not as good at chasing guys through screens. He seems to either get bumped off route or try to take shortcuts that cost him. But offensively is where it is. He needs to just be better at decision making and get that jump shot to be more consistent.
That's good from Cook. Tearaway warm-ups have long been a feature of the NBA. But last season, the new tearaway jerseys, they just kept ripping apart.
The old uniform malfunction, Kevin, last year. Yeah, maybe.
You even had a couple malfunctions, and that was odd.
Well, the tie? Bad tie?
Yeah.
I always have bad ties.
No.
I think they're looking back at the material choices for what they're doing. So maybe there'll be some subtle changes into this year. But it was interesting. In the early part of last year, a lot of guys with a finger underneath the arm and pulling away a jersey and ripped away. So maybe the supplier will do something about the fabric this year.
Here's Burke after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Outside Robinson. The dish to Burke. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Here is Cook. He has 7. He kicks to Curry. Takes a 3. A rebound by Hazanya.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
He dishes it to Burke. Here's Knox, defended by Harkless. Knox, the pass to Hazanya. Here's Baker, trying his luck deep. Here's Robinson, and it's Robinson with the jam.
Oof, this guy is a beast on the board.
And when he gets those second chance points, GA, he does not waste one of them.
Well, you love the NBA, but some of these guys have the DNA. He also outworks everybody. Filthy combination.
Knicks trail by 6. There's 1:38 left here in the third quarter. The shot's good. Hazanya's got 13.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
Outside Curry. The three-pointer off the mark. New York's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Now here's Burke, guarded by Curry. Here's Knox. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Cook's got 4 rebounds in this game. To the wing on the left, for 3, Stauskas. It's good from long range. Stauskas has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Well, the defense looked lost there. Get out your compass. No excuses. You got to guard the perimeter.
Back to Baker. Now here's Burke. Not a lot of room. 6 on the shot clock. Over Harkless. Burke can't get it to go.
Yeah, and he had the D tangled up there with that patented crossover. Just couldn't convert the finish.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here is Cook. He has 7. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
An 85% shooter there, and they've been able to count on him hitting his shots from the line.
2, gentlemen.
That's good from Cook. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 15 seconds left to play here in the third. Now here's Burke, guarded closely. Good on the shot. Burke's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, not a good idea to leave him alone. He'll make you pay for that mid-range.
Here's Harkless. No good. And we've reached the end of the third. Trailblazers lead by 7. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break.
18.
And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Now the passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And it's Burke with the ball for New York. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth. We've got Baker. Vonleh's out there with Robinson. Then there's Trey Burke. And it's Hezonja in at the 3. Turner finds Curry. Here is Cook. Out to Turner. A 3 ball. Burke grabs the miss.
That's where I like the shot selection. The defense cannot afford to give up wide open shots. And they dodged a bullet there.
Trailblazers leading by 7. Jacks up a 3. They get it back. Curry on the wing. Another shot. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. New York's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Up top, Burke. It's Hezonja in the corner. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Well, a fast start in the first half. Looks like he's playing this second half in the mud.
Pass to Aminu. Kicks it to Cook. On its way from Curry for 2. Portland again missing.
He's been a little bit disappointing in this game. However, his team has his back. They need a little bit more help from him.
Back to Burke, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Matthews, he's checked in for New York. The Trailblazers have gotten off to a rough start in the fourth quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. McCollum's checked in for the Trailblazers. Damian Lillard comes in for Quinn Cook. Dennis Smith, he's checked in for New York. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. He told them one thing. He said, no mistakes from here on out. We've got a good lead. Don't take chances. No dumb fouls. Smart basketball the rest of the way. Guys.
Here's Robinson, following the score by Damian Lillard. Plenty of daylight on that shot. 18 points for Wesley Matthews.
I mean, letting that guy shoot freely from out there, he's going to destroy you from the perimeter if you do that.
Lillard scanning the floor. A 3 from McCollum. Matthews with the rebound. Matthews has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Dishes it to Smith. Robinson kicks to Matthews. That 3 off the mark. Trailblazers leading by 6. Turner with it. Now Smith defending. That's a 2 from Lillard. And it comes off the front of the rim. New York's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Now, here is Smith. Back to Matthews. And it's Matthews again missing. Turner against Matthews. Turner dishes to McCollum. Here's Aminu. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his 5th assist in this one. Knicks trail by 9. Baker passes to Robinson. Smith up top. He's guarded by McCollum. And Al-Farouq Aminu gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Leonard, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And New York with a change here, too. Trier's checked in. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. Here's Smith. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Al-Farouq Aminu.
And Smith isn't afraid of getting hit on the way up, constantly getting into the guts of the D and forcing the issue.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Smith. And you know, Dennis Smith Jr. is a player who just is oozing with confidence when you see him play.
I just love how Smith Jr. will attack every player he goes up against. Chris Paul, who Smith Jr. goes way back with, noticed how even as a rookie, he approaches every challenge head on. As a rookie, Smith Jr. was just jawing at the vets and dunking on everyone. He has the game to back up that personality.
And Lillard kicks to Leonard. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th. That shot wide open. McCollum's got the lead up to 10 now for Portland.
Yeah, you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
Good D by Matthews. Knicks trail by 10. Now the pass to Smith. Outside Robinson. Shot clock at 5 and stolen by Lillard. Here's Turner. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Here's a chance now to check out the New York Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Tuesday, they'll take on Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors. And then on Friday, they'll head back home to host the Indiana Pacers.
And for the matchup with the Sixers, you know they want to come out and make a big statement in that one. It won't be easy, but anything can happen.
And that one falls for Turner.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
All free throws good from Turner. And here's Smith. New York calls timeout.
Well, they've been turning that ball over way too much, and they really need to address this if they want to win this game. Huddle up, boys.
Off the inbound, and it's sent back by Leonard. Inside. McCollum finds Aminu. Over Vonleh. and it's blocked.
Well, you notice the length there from Vonleh, allowing him to get that shot block.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says.
Outside Matthews. 6 on the shot clock. The 3. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Trier.
You can blame some poor defense on that play. Just a total breakdown. Got to at least contest at some point.
Over in the corner, Turner. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his 6th assist on the night. Knicks trail by 12. Smith outside. Pass to Matthews. Here's Trier, covered by Lillard. Here's Robinson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
That's his 5th personal foul. Shooting for New York, Mitchell Robinson. At the line for 2.
Two shots.
And that one falls for Robinson. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Passes it to McCollum. And Aminu kicks to McCollum. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Well, C.J. McCollum could teach a class on how to get in one opportunities.
And New York making a change here. Knox is checked in.
One shot.
Really increasing the amount of times he goes to the free throw line, just learning and assimilating. McCollum is so much more comfortable with the ball now.
Now here is Smith. Down low. Here's Knox, covered by Lillard. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Knox. Lillard against Smith. Fires from deep. And Damian Lillard, good for the 3. Lillard's got 10 points here in the second half.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, and then the fear sets in that you're going to create driving lanes that could lead to easy buckets. This is not an easy fix.
Now here's McCollum. Fires the 3. And Damian Lillard with the bucket on the assist by McCollum. Lillard's got 8 points here in this quarter. Knicks trail by 17. And Matthews kicks to Robinson. The dish now to Smith. And again, New York with the triple.
Well, the defense very attentive to him in the first quarter, but he's finally gotten loose in the second and making them pay.
McCollum with the bounce pass to the paint. Portland moving the ball around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Launches it. Doesn't go that time. The Knicks go the other way with it. Here's Knox. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there. Trailblazers leading by 12. Lillard dishes to Aminu. It's McCollum on the wing. Doubled by Vonleh. Back to Aminu. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And the Trailblazers lead by 14. For New York, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Smith outside to the middle, and it goes on a bounce. That one is off Smith.
Poor decision making there. No idea what he's going for with that kind of pass in that situation.
And for Portland, they're shooting about 47% here in the fourth. Lillard against Smith. Puts it up. Got a piece of it.
And just because he might not be as big as some of the other guys that are on the floor, it doesn't dissuade him from getting in there and playing fearlessly on the glass.
Here's Lillard. To the middle. Here's Turner. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Knox has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. McCollum against Matthews. Pass to Knox. To the middle. Robinson with it. Leonard picks him up. Robinson misses. Trailblazers leading by 14. Down low. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2.
Leonard is a big guy at 7'1", so when the defense is all over him, he can use his height to overpower people.
New York calls timeout. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
The defense has to take the ball out of his hands. He's just knocking down every three-pointer he takes right now.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Al-Farouq Aminu.
And his shooting percentage reflects just how efficient he's been. It's better than 50%, always a sign of a solid offensive performance. But his movement and his shot selection have also both been tremendous.
Here's Smith off the inbound, and the layup is good.
And he's showing signs now of life after going scoreless through the half.
Trying to add a few more points to their lead.
And they should just stay with what they've been doing.
McCollum against Matthews. Here's Leonard. Robinson with the block. There's the pass to Knox. Trying to find Smith. He's got it now. Makes it off the glass. Smith's got 9 points in the quarter.
Getting more comfortable shooting from inside. Even though Smith Jr. is smaller, he knows how to score in the paint.
Smith against Lillard. He kicks it to McCollum. Connects on the foul line jumper. McCollum's got 22 points.
And that kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
Smith scanning the floor. There's the feed to Robinson. Here's Knox. Turner covering. 6 to shoot. The 10-footer. Knox misses. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Matthews against McCollum. Shot from free throw range. And that one hits back iron.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Portland.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag.
No doubt they came in very motivated to win this one and finish the season series at a game apiece.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for C.J. McCollum.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Outside Leonard. Portland again missing. Here's Knox. No good on the three. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Damian, it looks like this team's progress can be measured by your improvement at the defensive end. And did we see that tonight?
We made some mistakes like every other basketball team does, but I think we did a great job of making adjustments. We got a little more physical. We did a great job of that.
And that led to a big win, Damian. Thanks for your time, man. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.